everybody? It's Flashwing. Oh, how many of you guys out there, or gals obviously, are fans of the new 24 series? I'm on my way over to a good friend's house. We've been watching the episodes as they come out. My friend and I have had an agreement that we wouldn't watch it as long as one or the other person wasn't there. And between the month of insanity and then my friend going out of town for a couple of weeks on a cruise, we've missed at least probably the vast majority of the entire season. So that's where I'm going right now to probably to go wrap that sucker up, which will be fine. I got sick and tired of having to watch each individual episode. Wanted to talk to you guys today about hope. And take a little bit of a different dig at hope here. But the one thing about hope that I wanted to talk to you guys today about is, well, first of all, why it's important, why it's so important, but also how to be careful about not worshiping it as a false god. Hope is incredible because it is the only thing sometimes that, speaking in general human nature, it's the only thing that we have as people during the darkest times of our lives. If you're facing life circumstances, they could be health issues, they could be depression, it could be anything. It could be a life-threatening situation. It could be a lifestyle-threatening situation. It could be anything. Hope is sometimes the last line of defense that we have. The yearning and the anticipation of a better tomorrow. And if you've lost hope, it's because you've given up in just about every way that you can possibly give up, and you've essentially surrendered to death. That all you're doing is just basically sitting around waiting to die, and whether that happens quickly or not, it may vary. But hope is something you can't lose. You have to keep a hold of it. You have to constantly keep a positive mindset, because you have to maintain the realization that your life as you know it today is temporary. And it's because the present time frame is all we know. It is easy to understand why, as people, we fall into the trap of believing that the present will always be the way, that things will always be the way they are today. And that applies across the board: health, finances, socially, friends, family, everything. And we can think about the notion that things will change, but it really takes a lot of discipline to readily acknowledge, both good and bad, that the things that exist today are temporary. I will not always be this healthy. I will not always be this young. I will not always have this bike. I will not always be able to ride this bike. All of this is temporary. And I think that's the one aspect with hope that you can really cling on to if you're facing health crisis, financial crisis, social or family crisis. Understand that it's all temporary, and that it will change. It will not be the same. I can't promise you that it's going to be always going to be better, but it will be different. So keeping hope is important. I don't want anyone to lose sight of that, but I want to talk to you about the difference between people who pull them out of the shit that they get stuck in and the people who stay in it. And that is action. Action. Hope without action is worthless. Absolutely worthless. And in fact, a quote that I keep at the forefront of my mind all the time is that hope is a poor excuse to do nothing. Because there are individuals out there who do have hope, but they are not willing to do anything about it. And action is one of the key cornerstones of this channel. Inspiration is the other. But action above all is what separates people from who make it and the people who don't. And the reason why action is important is because you can't sit around and wait for shit to happen to you. You can't. For example, you're unemployed right now. You don't have a job. Hope is the thing that gets you out of bed in the morning. Hope is the reason that you give yourself to get out of bed every day and look for a job. And when you wake up in the morning, you get out of bed with the hope and the positive attitude that maybe today something is going to happen. Maybe today the tide brings in a new opportunity, a new contact, something that changes your situation. That's what hope does for you. But if you simply sit at home all day and you don't go out and find those opportunities, find those contacts, find those people, nothing is going to change. Every day you're going to wake up, and every day you may have hope, but every day you're going to have no job. Action is what will get you out of that circumstance. Pounding the pavement, making phone calls, sending resumes, putting on a suit, going business to business to business if you have to, shaking hands, introducing yourself, telling people about who you are, and giving them a reason to give you a job. Maybe that's not good enough. Maybe you have to start looking outside of your comfort zone. Maybe you have to start looking outside your state or your city. Maybe you have to start considering things that you would never thought you would ever do, or that you don't want to do. This is the kind of action that will change your circumstance. It's not easy. It's easy to say, it's not easy to do, but it is going to be the difference between staying in your current situation and getting out of it. Likewise, relationships, friendships. You're with somebody right now you don't want to be with, hoping that things will get better won't change that. You have to find a way to fix things with that person. Action is what defines the difference between success and failure when it comes to digging yourself out of negative circumstances. And action is the thing that you need to keep on the forefront of your mind. Because again, hope by itself is a poor excuse to do nothing. Negativity will destroy hope. Negativity about yourself, about your circumstances, about your talents, about your future, about your past. Negativity will kill hope. And without hope, there's no action. And without action, there is no success. So what do you do about negativity? It's like a cancer, and you have to treat it that way. You have to cut it out. You have to kill it with radiation. You have to eradicate it with chemicals. You have to do anything and everything you can to get rid of negativity. I've known plenty of people throughout my short 31-year existence that wanted nothing more than to drag me down, than to make me feel less than I actually am, for nothing more than their own self-serving ambitions. And they're gone. I've gotten rid of them, or they've been marginalized, or otherwise they cannot have an impact on my life. They're gone, one way or another. You got a job you don't like? Get a new job. You live somewhere you don't want to live? Move. Now, of course, I know all of you are you're yelling at the screen, Flash, you don't know what you're talking about. It's all easier said than done. I can't move. I can't get rid of my negative person in my life. These people are here to stay. I can't do it. Well, if you don't take action, you're absolutely right. Nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to improve. We all have a choice. Even if sometimes that choice is to do nothing, you always have a choice. And even if you fail to get that job, even if you fail to improve your health, the point is that you're taking action. You're doing something. You are moving towards a goal. Trust me, anybody who has achieved any measure of success in their life, that success was born from failure. Because failure teaches experience. It teaches lessons. But above all, keep getting out of bed in the morning, but do something. Make a difference. It doesn't have to be big. You know, you may be like, oh, I can't change my life. Oh, it's so big, it's so nasty. But the fact of the matter, do something small. Well, at least he waved and apologized. You gotta do something small, you know? Your house is, you don't like the fact your house is dirty, clean it. You don't like the fact that your car doesn't run right, fix it. Something small, you know? I mean, you know, just reclaim your life one piece at a time. Everybody take care, have a great weekend. We will continue to see you out there.